I climbed from plat 5 to masters and GM2, all whilst keeping my cortisol consistent and low. Now, how the flip do you do this in Overwatch with the amount of smurfs, griefers, and genuinely just bookie players? Well, I have 3 low cortisol tips I incorporated to A, reduce cortisol spikes, B, reduce my teammates' cortisol spikes, and C, spike my enemy cortisol and rank up. Before we get started, I do want to say, after one discipline is learned, go to quick play or comp and just practice and focus solely on that discipline. All right, let's get started. Number 1, less is more. There is a myth in Overwatch where people think they constantly have to look for kills, but it's just not true. Sometimes just existing is value. And it's not even about like, oh, you look like an idiot constantly just tryharding. It's not that. It's just relieving your brain from cortisol spikes so you can focus on ult economy, your abilities, what's actually happening, where your team is. I've seen so many low elo tanks and DPS players asking, where's the team? Where's the team? When the team died like 30 seconds ago and then they're pushing and W keying, point. Like, how are you expecting to get healed or get shielded or bubbled if you're not checking where your Zarya is or where your healers are? But in order to know where everything is, you're going to have to take a chill pill and think and look back. It just takes a millisecond just to look back and check and make a note in your mind, where is my team right now? And this only comes from just not being constantly on uptime. Kind of just take a little breather, recollect where you are, right? What your team is doing, press tab, who is alive, who is ults, where is my team? Are they coming out of spawn or are they right with me? This is a perfect example of dopamine regulation. If you're continuously trying to get a clip or just pop off as Tracer or whatever DPS or tank you are on, and just trying to dopamine max, then you will not have the opportunities to think about what you are doing, where you are, and where your team is. By taking a second to think and actually appreciate where your team is and where they are and what they're doing, will reduce your cortisol greatly and give you more opportunities to create plays and actually look for kills in a more precise and consistent demeanor. Numero dos. Engagement. If you ever find yourself on a dive hero and then just going in on a target and then getting absolutely deleted, and then sometimes you just jump in and get maximum value and you get your dopamine rush. Well, there's a reason for that. No, it's not luck. You just dived at the right time, and this heavily links to low cortisol gameplay. If I'm trying to get kills constantly, I can't actually have any time for myself to plan my next dive and engagement. And as a result, I am dying very easily because, hey, I didn't think about my cooldowns or enemy cooldowns. Hey, let's strip this back, okay? So if I dive with a 500 HP monkey, will I have a better chance of getting value than me just diving into the backline like a kamikaze pilot with no cooldowns? If you guessed A, thank God, because that is the correct answer. If I dive with my tank, this fast is taking all the attention away and I get some free chip, free poke, and I can capitalize on kills without putting my life on the line. And hey, I might get the kill, but I might die. Oh, who cares? No, I care, because you can't go in on the next engage and your KD looks like Goy Slop. I'm kidding. KD isn't everything, but you want to be as alive, like just hands down. You want to get value and be able to add and keep on poking even after the engage. That right there is uptime. Not constantly doing something, waiting for an engagement. Your Minton dives in, your Diva flies in, right? Or your Tracer's just landed a fat pulse on the backline. Those are go signals, right? You do not have to be a smarty pants to know when to go in. Just think first. Another huge make or break thing towards your engagements is cooldown management. There are your cooldowns and then there's the enemy cooldowns. If you know a Kree has flashbang and you're on Venture, do not engage on the Kree. Wait till that flashbang has been used up. Krees in low elo just throw that thing just for a little bit more DPS, not for an actual meaning. You can get away with it. If they have CC, aka crowd control, and they still have it on cooldown, that will be used for you. And that's why we go in with the tank, so the tank can absorb all the CC and all the attention, and I can just have low cortisol gameplay. Another thing to note, which is just as important, wait for your cooldowns. Do not see red and just run towards the enemy team. Even if there's a good opportunity, just wait an extra couple seconds for your cooldowns. The problem with a lot of your dives and attempts to get kills is just because you want to dopamine max, but you end up jester maxing and looking like an absolute fool because you are not managing your cooldowns and going in on the right time. Lastly, for this chapter is scouting. Notice how in this clip exactly, I am just waiting and hearing things, right? I am waiting. I'm not going in right now. I'm seeing the Doom punch. I'm just local soul gameplay spectating, just like a Mercy player, but I'm not doing it 24/7. I've seen where their DPS is. I've seen where their healers are. I know I can be aggressive because I know where everyone is. When you're playing Tracer and you don't know where everyone is, I'm going to say something really relatable. You sometimes find yourself in the crossfire and getting hit. Why do you find yourself in the crossfire and dying? Because a random Hanzo just shot a Sonic at your tank and it hit you instead? Because you didn't scout. You didn't know that Hanzo was there. If you knew that Hanzo was there, you wouldn't be peeking that corner. Well, at least I hope you wouldn't. So how do I scout? How do I scout? What do I have to do? Just look, right? Maybe on an off angle, somewhere safe. Just look at the enemy team, right? Before you engage, even before a structured engage with your tank, just look. Okay, where's the Kree? Where's the Kree? Because that Kree's my biggest threat. Or where's the Sombra? Have I heard the Sombra? Okay, let's go in. Numero tres. Low cortisol hero swaps and bans. This stuff is usually overlooked, but the art of counter swapping is unfortunately part of Overwatch, especially as the tank role. It's just vital, because why just not give yourself a quick advantage? In Overwatch, if you go guns blazing, you will get punished and jester maxed. However, if you actually brain max and IQ max and EQ max, you can actually end up with an easier game just playing the right tank or the right DPS or the right support in accordance to what your teammates are playing and what the enemy team is playing. Counter swapping should be legalized. If they are actually handing you your ass on Ryan, go on Ram, go on Bastion. It's okay, give in. Do you want to keep your dignity and stay in Platinum 5? Or do you actually want to play the game strategically, not just the max, and not spike your cortisol to the point where you are having aneurysms and just counterpick? You're making your life easier and you're giving your team an advantage by just playing a hero that works better against the comp. Why wouldn't you do it? Surely you want the win, right? Or are you just one of those just chatting kind of streamers that doesn't want to rank up? Well, if that's you, get the frick off the video. The biggest thing I see that keeps a lot of people in their rank is the fact that they have a rank ego. If you've just reached Diamond and that looks shiny, you haven't seen Masters, so humble yourself. Don't one-trick a hero. I guarantee you, your favorite one-trick on Twitch or on YouTube will smoke you at any other character. I don't need to tell you guys how to counter swap. You guys all know how to, and you all hate it. But give in and just give yourself an advantage if you really want to rank up. Okay, let's just summarize everything we've covered. I hope you guys have been taking breaks and just practicing each discipline in quick play or comp after I've taught it. If not, do that now and still separate each discipline and then do it all together. Yeah, so let's summarize. First, chill out and regulate your dopamine plus cortisol. If you're completely dopamine maxing, you will not get the chance to think about what you are actually doing and just want to chase kills like a mindless animal. You're not a mindless animal, you're a human. Anyway, next one, track abilities. Track your abilities, the opponent's abilities, and your team's abilities, right? Know when to go in with these abilities. I just saw myself AFK and for my Freya die. Then, the last thing, be a smart cookie in pre-game. Don't just hope for the best and, you know, whatever we ban, we ban. If you're playing Ryan, ban Ram and Bastion. If you're playing Doom, ban the Hog. If you're playing Hog, ban the Ana, etc. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video helpful. It was kind of more of a rant than me helping you guys because I just wanted to get things off my chest because I did have a cortisol spike during this and I am very ashamed of myself. But hey ho, I'm in Masters too.